Hi guys, welcome today. Hi Jason. You raise your hand saying hi, or you raise your hand that you have a question already? Okay. So guys, welcome to our information session on the IT degree program, the newest and most affordable BSc program in Trinidad, and I should say also in the Caribbean. So today, I'll be presenting. My name is Aaron Nares. Also, about the speakers today. So we have Mr. Ravi Raghunath, who isn't here right now, but he's the executive director, and he's also one of the tutors in the program. So you'll be liaising with him a lot, not only with through the school and stuff, but also with assignments and these other things, right? So this is his number and his email address. Also, I'm the speaker today. I'm the program manager for the course, for the IT degree program. This is my number, this is my email address. As well, we have Mr. Sanjeev Nunu. He's the program administrator, and this is his number and his address. But we all could reach on our group emails with bsc@ctscollege.com. So you can take our numbers. I'll leave it here for a while. You can take our numbers. If you have any questions on the program, anything you want to find out, you can reach out to us. You can email us or anything, right? You can even WhatsApp us. We may be a bit delayed in responding, but we will respond to you, okay? So today I have a little icebreaker, and I want you guys to participate in this if possible. You can put your questions or your answers in the chat. I'll pull up the chat here. So I have a few questions for you guys, right? So my first question is, why was the mobile phone wearing glasses? That's okay, Tony. You have anybody want to answer? I hear someone coming up.
Because it's a smartphone.
That's a really good answer. That's very close. I heard it. That's a really good question. That's a really good answer. Not what I'm looking for, but that's really good. Next time I have the session, I'll do that. Anyone else want to give it a shot? Okay, so the reason why he's wearing glasses is because he's lost all his contacts. All right. So I have another question for you. What kind of computer sings the best? And I know some people know the answer in the group here, so I'm looking forward to hearing some answers. Samsung. Hey, that's
Adele.
really, yes, Adele, you're correct. Who said that?
That was me.
Oh, awesome, awesome. Well, for sure, me and you will get along, right? Okay, next question. Why did the PowerPoint decide to cross the road?
Because it couldn't slide.
Almost there. That's a really good question. That's a really good answer. Almost there. You want to try it again? Remember, we crossing to get to the other slide. Yes, Emmanuel, to get to the other slide, which we are going to do right now. So, guys, thank you for that nice icebreaker. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy my sense of humor as well. Once you join the program, you'll be liaise with me a lot, and I love to keep things light. Okay. So, why we will go into the session now. So, our next question for you. So, why do you want to study a BSc in IT? So, you guys can unmute as well and answer. Why would you want to study a BSc in IT?
For me, I would like to be more updated and advanced in technology. Just trying to keep up.
Yes, that's a valid answer. Thank you so much. Anyone else? That's where the money is. You're correct as well. Thank you, Genesia.
Well, this is where the world is going now through technology. And if you don't keep abreast with it, then you'll be left behind. So this is one way to keep abreast of things and ahead of technology.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I see Emmanuel as well has his mic unmuted.
Yeah, I wanted to start a career in IT for a long while, and I just keep putting it off now. So I think this is a good start to sort it.
Okay, so it's more of a personal goal for you, right, Emmanuel?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So everyone, so far your answers are awesome. So I'm just going to elaborate some more. So why study a BSc? And some persons say promotion. Some people do it for career change as well. Increased salary. So someone in the chat said that's where the money is. So you're correct. So Joshua said everything needs IT. You're totally correct. Just now my fridge is gonna have Wi-Fi and it's gonna alert me when my ice is made. Start or grow a business as well. Personal achievement, as Emmanuel stated before. Practical experience in IT and enhancing employability. So we're going to look at salary comparison, and this is just OJT salaries, right? So straight from CSEC, you'll be getting a salary of $3,025, right? If you have CAPE, which is A levels, or diploma, you're going to be getting $3,400 roughly, right? With an associate degree, you're going to be getting $4,500. With a bachelor degree, you'll be getting $7,500. And master's, 87, right? So could anyone tell me how much more will you be getting at OJT if you have a CSEC versus if you have a bachelor's? Quick maths. Anyone? So how much more you'll be earning, right? So for per month, you'll be earning $4,537.50. Then if you still were to work at OJT for a year, you'll be earning $54,000 more, right? And if you were to work OJT for the rest of your life, which most of us wouldn't, we'll move on to something better, right? In 40 years, we'll be earning $2 million, just over $2 million. Can you imagine what you could do with that $2 million? And this is extra, this is what you will earn more, right? So it shows you the importance of a BSc or degree, right? And furthering your studies. So we did a little research on the World Economic Forum, and they stated that automating, which is really changing, like for instance, people used to build cars by hand, now they have robots and stuff doing it. So within the next 5 years, automation will be displacing 85 million jobs. And due to COVID-19 as well, there's a double disruption, which means it basically sped up, because right now we could actually do calls online, do calls on Zoom and stuff like that. We don't need to leave our homes and stuff. And companies are really, really looking into automating right now. So even as I said that, so companies are adopting technology with 43% business surveyed indicated that they're set to reduce the workforce because of technology integration. So I'm going to show you some integration that we had in Trinidad of recent. So because of the pandemic, Marcy developed a mobile app. Also, KFC, we all should know this one, also developed a mobile app, and they're getting online and they're becoming more automated, as well as CTPS. Now you could actually report something from your mobile phone, which is awesome. So this kind of shows you where we are headed. And someone did mention before that technology is in everything, and that's the future, and that's where the world is heading. So I have a small practical, if you don't mind. So SuperFarm develop an application. So this is where the IT degree kind of steps in, because I'll get to it later, but it kind of looks at real world situations and asks you to solve the problem using technology. So one of the feedback on the application was that the app is useless, which is kind of hard to say. People spend a lot of time and stuff developing it, but it is what it is sometimes. So it needs more work. It doesn't select the closest pharmacies, and I can't order online So anyone could unmute their mic and tell me a possible solution using technology that we could present to SuperFarm. It don't have to be anything too detailed, it could be one-liners. Yeah. So anyone? So I'm going to give you the hint, right? The first one, we're going to deal with the getting closest pharmacy. You say you can use a mobile phone, GPS location to find user's location, right? And then find its closest SuperFarm using the user's location. And that will mitigate or prevent the first, solve the first problem, which is you can't find the closest pharmacy. And then the last one, yes, Kevin, I see your hands up.
Hi, yeah, morning. Yeah, I was actually just gonna say that with the location of the pharmacy and finding the closest one, you could use like geotagging to check the location, but then that would also depend on the end user as well. Because like, for example, with my iPhone, I leave my location services off. So if the user has their location services off and it doesn't notify or prompt, then the user will still end up with an issue when they're trying to use the geotagging location on the SuperFarm app to find the nearest pharmacy. So that's one of the things that they probably have to issue as well, with a disclaimer that you need to have your location services on your mobile device on in order for it to be able to pick up a precise location to find the nearest pharmacy.
Awesome. And everything you said there is exactly what we were going to do in the IT degree program. I just finished it and there were a lot of stuff like that in it. So I looked at some local businesses and looked at some of the problems just like this one and presented a solution. And the last one with dealing with online ordering is just to implement an e-commerce application within their mobile app. So thanks so much, Kevin. So we're going to move on now. So anybody here heard about the University of Bedfordshire? So the question is, why study at the University of Bedfordshire, right? So the University of Bedfordshire goes back over 100 years. So they have 100 years of experience in education. They have more than 20,000 students from all over the world in 120 countries. There are 5 campuses in UK, which is the main ones are Luton and Bedford. There are partner education partners in China, Middle East, and Trinidad and Tobago. So once you join the program, you're joining a global, international program. It is the Internationally Renowned League has placed the Bedfordshire on top 6% of the world's universities. And they also won the Queen Anniversary Prize, which is the highest award in the country. So Bedfordshire have some heavy hitters for them, with them, right? So why study at CTS? So we are a private institution. We have 21 years in the education history. We are ACCT recognized. We offer a range of programs. So right now we're offering stuff from preschool straight to degree and master's. And soon we'll be adding a doctorate later on in the future. And we have a wide range of personal development programs as well. And we stand by this, which is where the experience is beyond the academics. And we just don't want to produce students who are great at academics. We want to give them the total experience so they'll be a well-rounded individual. So this is kind of like our bragging page. So we do run a program called ABE. And so far we have won 101 ABE World Prize winners, which means the persons who study at CTS, they got the highest in the world, which shows how great our support is. We won over 47 university awards with the University of Bedfordshire, which is another university. We won some other academic awards, and we are the winners of 11 ACCT awards for 6 the student support, and 3 is excellent for its established QMS, and 2 excellent in teaching and learning. Well, we have also experience in delivering BSc IT. So we have 15 years experience of delivering a BSc IT. Our pass rate is over 85, I believe now is 90%. We have over 2,000 applicants. We had 1,700 graduates with 500 first-class honors, and graduates employed in various sectors and various industries at different levels. So recently we had an Instagram post where we had Mr. Small. He works in Chicago, I believe. He's an IT manager. Because of his BSc IT from University of Bedfordshire, he was able to get that position. So the features of the BSc IT. So these are the 5 features we look for in a BSc IT. So we want something that's global, that's accessible, so you could go anywhere in the world and study. We will look for something that's applied, so you don't only learn about theory alone, but we learn about the application of the theory. Something that's accelerated, so you can finish in time or finish a little ahead of everyone else. So if I ask if anybody wants a degree tomorrow, everyone will say, yeah. So everyone is looking for something accelerated. Something that's affordable. So you invest in yourself, and you see in the investments of yourself, the returns in before, it was over $2 million in returns in your lifetime, and something that's fully accredited. So this is in University of Bedfordshire. They are fully accredited by the Quality Assurance Agency. So your Quality Assurance Agency, or QAA, is an independent body that checks the standards and quality in UK higher education. So QAA advises the government on applications for degree awards, powers, and the right to call in university in UK. So the university you're going to apply to is highly recognized in the UK. Also, when you apply to university, you are becoming a transnational, which means everything in the program, including what we do, is credited or quality assured by the university. So everything that we do, marketing, promotions, our admissions, our faculty approval, our teaching material as well, assessments being marked by the university. They do annual audits as well, and continuous feedbacks and review. And I want to show you my certificate, because at the end, this is the certificate you'll be getting. It's not a CTS certificate, but it's a University of Bedfordshire certificate that is worldwide and globally recognized. So globally accessible, right? So you can access this anywhere in the world. As I said before, they have students from over 120 countries. We have partners in Trinidad and Tobago. We have an online learning platform, just 24/7. You can learn anywhere in the world as well. They have student support as well, but I want to show you our support as well on our side. So please give me a second to pull up our share drive. So this is our share drive for BSc IT. So as soon as you start the program, you'll be given access to these folders. No matter which level you start, there are 3 levels. No matter which level you start, you'll be given access to all the levels. So level 4, there are 4 units, and you can go in to any of the units if my computer allows me to. And then you have unit information, you have assignments, you have lecture notes. You can see all the lecture notes from the present as a semester or once in the past. So you can even look back and get ahead of the semester. So as soon as you start, you don't need to wait for the tutorials to start. You can start going here, even look at online recordings. So you have previous semesters of the online recordings, and you have all the recordings here. And if you even start at level 4, you can actually access other levels. You could go to level 6, and you could get ahead in your undergraduate program. You want to see what's ahead of you, what's the future of the program looks like. You could go in here and see everything. In the share drive as well. Oops, too far. We have supporting information. Supporting information is basically information that helps you with your program, that helps you write with your programs. You have academic writing, you have Harvard referencing, which plays a big part in the program. You even have ways to how to access your results, induction, how to even access the emails from Bedfordshire, how to apply for mitigation, the code of conduct. So you even software as well. So this is one side of the support that we offer. Any questions so far? No questions? Okay. Anything?
You know, one question.
Yeah.
Just here for me, right? So whether or not you qualified to do like say if someone after doing everything qualified to do the bridging program, and then but they want to start doing level 4 as soon as possible. So you just say internal limit. Once we start going to the internal limit to what we could access to study.
Yeah, that's correct. So when you start level 4, yes, so we start on level 4 and doing units there per semester, but you don't have to wait to finish to go to level 5 to see the units and see the information on our drives. So you make every unit available and accessible to you. So even we have books as well for each unit that will be accessible for you. Thanks so much for the question. Anybody else? All right. So the IT, the BSc IT is very practical. And just like how we did before, the little exercise, that is basically most of your assessment really. Sometimes you'll be given a problem to do. Sometimes you have to go and look for a problem. So it's very, very hands-on. And that's what employers as well look for in students or graduates. So let's give you a little example. This was my assignment for the units. I looked at PTSD and how a fleet management system could solve the problems. So the fleet management solution is an Internet of Things solution where it kind of shows the speed of the bus, how fast they brake, how fast they pull off, give you proactive maintenance and other stuff. So this is just a screenshot of my presentation what I did, but this is basically what we'll be doing, solving real world problems using technology. So the program is accelerated. The bridging program, it's kind of phasing out now, but we still left it here just in case the university kept it. But each level could be completed in 8 months. So you have 2 semesters, which is 4 months long, and you'll be doing 2 units. So each level you'll be doing 4 units. So you can complete your BSc IT in over 2 years, starting at level 4. So the BSc in IT is also affordable. We also partner with the institution of the GMMB to provide students with loans if necessary. But we do have a payment plan, which I'm coming to later, right? So how the program is structured. So these are the levels. So level 4 is 1 year, which were really 8 months. Level 5 is another 8 months, which is year 2. And level 6 is year 3, which is also 8 months. But between each level, you'll be taking a 4 months break, all right? So ideally, the level 4 is for CAPE or people who have like 2 years of IT work experience, but we have seen in the past where persons with just CSEC and no IT experience or even IT as a subject got through with the program. Level 5 is for persons with a level 4 diploma, IT diploma, or IT cert, so like A+, Net+, and these others. And level 6 is for persons with associate degree or advanced degree or 6+ years of work experience. So what will you learn in this program? Besides solving problems, in level 4, you'll be given access to Cisco Academy. So basically level 4 is where you will be you provide the skills to study with specialist technology topics later in the course. So you're going to learn to do programming, you're going to learn to do networking and stuff. So later on in the course, when you come up with problems just to solve, these fundamental topics and stuff will help you along in the program. Level 5 basically help you with design and development of how it looks on different devices. We'll be also considered how software and hardware can work together, and a lot of database stuff as well, and how to develop systems secure by design and approach that can be used to test software. So this is our overview. Level 4 and level 5 and level 6 is basically where you start your thesis and you start looking at other solution problems in Trinidad to be able that you could solve with technology. So I just want to show you guys some of the projects that we have persons that did the program before. So this is a digital wallet that someone designed. So this is their page. Everything is here that they designed, the login page. And this is the actual application. So this is stuff that you'll be doing in the program as well, right? And also they have developed a mobile app because they can't develop a desktop app without a mobile application because everyone uses a phone these days. And this is how it looks on the mobile app. For the final project, you'll be doing an e-commerce store. And this is a past student e-commerce store. Everything he did here was from scratch, basically. So he built up his e-commerce store. The design was really, really well, and he did a really good job, and he got a really good mark. So this is his wish list from the customer, just like Amazon and these other stuff, and eBay. Also, he implemented a chatbot to assist persons with any queries, anything that they have. And then, you could edit your own profile in the application. So how can the BSc IT fit into your life, right? So we have 3 intakes period for the year. So remember, our semester is every 4 months. So every 4 months as well, we have a new intake. So it's in February, June, and October. And these units are really like 2 units per semester. So each unit, there's a 2-hour class. So you have like 4 hours of class per week, ideally. But we also provide extra tutorials and stuff for assignment. Our semester is about 15 weeks, which is roughly 4 months. And we have a 2-week break at the end of every semester. So this is basically a level 4 timetable. So you can see on Mondays, you have, this is for actually June 2022, right? On Mondays, you have from 6 to 8, you have a class. Then on Saturdays, you have from 8 to 10 on one class. And then from 10 to 12, you have another class. So you can see how this could fit into your schedule. At level 5, ideally, you only have classes on Saturdays from 10 to 2, okay? Then at level 6, if you're not going to start level 6, you have classes on Saturdays from 8 to 10 is one class, AIT, which is Advanced Information Technology. And then from 10 to 12, you have another class. And then if you go on to the second semester in level 6, you have classes on Mondays and on Wednesdays. But everyone could join any class they feel they want to, right? So if you now start level 6, you could actually start attending class on Mondays, and it is recommended that you start attending class on Wednesdays to get ahead in programming. So support is available for the program. So I'm going to touch on a bit of support on the Bedfordshire side first, University of Bedfordshire. So University of Bedfordshire offers course information support and application. So the academic side, they have induction and one-on-one support. Administrative side, they have registration letters and general student inquiries. The online support that they have is a student portal called Brio. So you can find all the student information, all the study information, but we also provide it in our share drive. You can get feedback, all your grades, all your assignments, submission, everything is online on Brio. And they also have an online library that you could access journal, reading papers, and also other resources for your assignments. So I'm going to touch now on what is support on the CTS side. I'm going to ask a current student right now to help me out. So I'm going to introduce Mr. Charles Mclean, and he will provide some information for you. Mr. Charles?
I actually have a truck passing in the back here that's going to make a lot of noise, so I'll probably let Mikhail go first in the meantime.
Okay, no problem. So Mikhail Young, the floor is yours, bud.
Thanks, Aaron. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mikhail Young. I am currently a student at CTS. I'm in my level 4 program. And I currently am a student who most likely would be classified as a senior because I come in the program with more work experience. I have over a decade of customer service and sales support and admin experience. But my personal interest in getting into the IT program, like many others, would be for advancement in IT knowledge, wanting to pursue a career actually in the IT sector, specifically tailoring to like networking and even programming. And it piqued my interest because one of the things that interested me with this IT program was that one of my other friends who's actually enrolled in the program as well, he's also in level 5. He heard also reviews that CTS has a great customer service background. That's one of their key selling points. So like any other institution, they would say they have a great customer service, but literally the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So I saw the benefits in this specifically with like the payment method. They have a great, admin staff that specifically tailors everything financially. They go through each process of the financial part because they know in this day and age, a lot of people are battling with their own financial obligations. So it was a great start that I personally experienced when what caught my attention was the payment plans, how they specifically tailor everything to your personal needs. The second other part too is the international recognition. I know that being a degree that is internationally recognized, my future plans involves migrating to whether it be the US or even England or even Canada. And that's one of the selling points for me as well, being able to one day have the availability of, if not staying in Trinidad, I could migrate. But also the most important part that I found out of all of this is the support service. CTS has literally, in my opinion, gives the best support service. And I will touch even a little further on that later on in my explanation. Sorry, if you all are experiencing any debris, I'm sorry about that. My current level, as I said initially, is the level 4. And for me personally, I have no IT experience. So this left me a little bit intimidated with regards to what am I getting myself into. But thankfully, with the support that I have gotten so far from the CTS admin staff, it has been tremendously well. They literally make you feel comfortable. They don't tell you that, okay, because you have no IT experience, you're literally going to stutter or lag, and they don't give you that impression at all. They have, in my opinion, the best customer service that I have experienced in any educational institution. What I would probably say, if I think about this personally, what they do differently than other institutions, their response time to, if you seek to ask for their assistance, they have excellent response time. On more than one occasions where I would either make a call or send an email out, they are literally like spot on. The moment you send it, you will literally get it within a couple of minutes, maybe even a couple of hours. They never go beyond like a day. Now, I know that they are human as well. They all would have their own personal responsibilities elsewhere. But that to me is a customer service trait that you hardly see in our country, sad to say. What else I can say, man? The lecturers, they are very direct and instinctive, lack of a better word, sorry, but they're very precise in what I do, and they add to that extended customer service. They engage with their students. From what I've experienced so far, they have engaged with their students. They always seek to help out, and they encourage people to ask questions and don't feel intimidated. And they offer the practicality of saying that this is a program that anyone can do. Don't feel intimidated. That if you have no experience at all, we are going to make it comfortable for you. That when you do this and you get comfortable with it, they'll be like, there was no reason to feel intimidated in the beginning. Let's see. What else would I say, man? I would say the support team, it is very, well, to elaborate more, the support team has been really good. They provide forums like extra classes, which is on point. The reviewing assignments, when you have assignments done, I can tell you that they take clear and concise focus on specifically ensuring that each student, whoever it may be, gets the highest mark possible. And one of my personal choices is like with the support group, where they give you one-on-one sessions. They are excellent in that so far, and I do hope that in the coming future, CTS continues to keep up that standard, because they're doing an excellent job, in my personal opinion. Let's see. Lastly, what I would say, personal challenge for me would be the working and studying aspect. Now, a lot of you may be like myself, that when you're working and being a student, it is extremely challenging. Like, there have been many days where I sometimes can't imagine what it would be like, because I live in the East. To go down to Central would be a bit difficult. But what I love is that they offer online classes, which is a tremendous help for me personally. And one of the takeaways that I would suggest that CTS continues is this online service, because a lot of people would have, like myself, other areas where it'd be difficult to meet going into class. Not that I don't mind going to class, but the availability of having that online service is a tremendous help. And I would say that I hope that, like others who share the same feeling as I do, would want to continue having this online service for the availability of meeting classes and being there on time, and also the accessibility of having recordings so that you could play over the sessions and capture what probably would have been missed initially. And yeah, that's my full takeaway of my service so far with CTS. They've been tremendous. I personally have no issues at all. And my only thing is I hope that they continue this level of service for the many years to come.
Thanks, Mikhail. With Ravi around, we will have to continue. So I'll pass you over now to Charles.
Hi, good morning. So sorry for earlier, there was a truck passing and I wasn't sure if anybody here wanted the water playing in the background. So as you said, my name is Charles Mclean. I am also at level 4 within CTS. In terms of work experience, I have actually worked in the IT field for the last 16 years, which is interesting because I stopped dating at 19. So I don't know how that math works, but you could figure it out. So I am currently a data analyst during the day. And well, I'll go a little deeper into that when I get down to, talking about some of the challenges that poses. I have no tertiary background per se. I am out of CXC into the working world. So I was never one to be studying or going deep into university or anything like that. I've never been to UE or UTT, any of those things. This is my my second tertiary round. I actually started with an institution previously, but I'll talk about that in a bit. For me, I actually had planned to get into doing some short courses this year because I also run a business, and my plan was to expand my knowledge so that I could expand offerings by my business and take on, you know, different things that I could do. And when I realized that the different fields that I wanted to get into were all offered by this degree, that's why I decided, you know what, it makes sense. I want the education and the paper is a bonus. So I actually heard about CTS through two colleagues at work who, well, are both managers actually, who both passed through CTS, two with master's degrees as well. And, you know, they seem to be doing really well with it afterwards. So, you know, it's like, that's a meaningful recommendation when I heard about it. And following their recommendation, I actually looked at an information session similar to this one. And I could actually hear the passion, not only in the past students, but well, you heard Aaron mention Ravi just now. And I mean, listening to what CTS means to Ravi and how much he goes out his way for the students, you know, that was really a big selling point for me, because I actually called Ravi after I'd watched the session on YouTube. And, you know, just the conversation that we were able to have in a couple minutes, you know, it really helped to make me realize that, okay, this is a place where it's not just about shoving that paper into your hand, but it's really about ensuring that, you know, they could do better for you for your future. So when it comes to my choice to actually join the program, because of my many years of experience in the field, I actually did qualify to start at level 6. But I chose to start at level 4 primarily because my goal was to get the education, and the paper and everything else that comes with it is really just a bonus for me. I'm not really interested in having the degree itself, but having what the course itself teaches was my main value point. So that's what I mainly focused on. So earlier, I would have mentioned that I did start a course at another institution. And I can definitely say that the experience has been very different with CTS, where I had certain struggles before. And that institution, I started just out of school. So I would have been, with the same year I would have finished CXC, I would have started with that institution. And it was a struggle because I didn't understand 90% of what was going on, and everybody's using words and terms that I've never heard before, and it felt like I was spinning in circles. And it was basically, you know, okay, have you paid yet? And then after pay, okay, you've paid, you know, kind of get out my way kind of thing. And I struggled because it was trying to understand this whole different environment of tertiary education versus secondary, you know, it was difficult. But from day one, actually from day -5 with CTS, you know, it really has been a lot of people coming together to ensure that we can really work together to go forward to make sure that you get the best out of the program. And I mean, I only started a couple of months ago, and I could tell you this much. I've really been able to capture that much out of the institution thus far. And the amount that I've learned, you know, it pales in comparison to anything else out there. Anything else out there pales in comparison to what I've been able to experience so far with CTS. All right. Another thing that's very different to other institutions, I mean, plain talk, bad manners, the price. I did a course with yet another institution about 14 years ago, which was CCNA. And that cost me, 14 years ago, it cost me more than twice what CTS is charging for it now. So if you work with economies of scale, what that would cost today at the other institution, and this is what CTS is charging for it now. And back then we didn't get recordings or student support or anything like that. and yet it is offered at CTS at half, well, what is realistically less than a quarter the price when you factor in inflation. And that's a big difference. So, you know, you have the availability to do the courses in a shorter period of time, but also have so much more support than I've seen anywhere else. Going on to talk about the lecturers, each lecturer that we've interacted with so far, I mean, just as Mikhail said, they really do go out of their way to make sure that you understand. You know, if I were to tell you that sometimes classes run late, you might think, oh, really, the class is going longer? But you would be surprised. To this day, I have never felt the time is like, your turn is like, really, has it been that long already? We already almost finished class? Because the classes have been so captivating that you really are a part of everything that's going on. And should anybody be getting any trouble with anything, on one hand, you have the lecturers who are there to support you, even within the class, because one person may ask a question that raises questions for others. So the lecturer would willingly take the time to go through that at a little more detail. And I can tell you, to this day, not a single student has complained about a class going an extra 15 minutes, even half or over, because we wanted to make sure that everybody was on the same page. And that, for me, is you know, a big shout out that I could give to the lecturers. Now, going on to the support team, Aaron, who is actually doing this presentation right now, as well as Sanjeev, who's looking in the background there. You know, these guys really do, as Mikhail say, you know, it feels like if they're just sitting at their phone staring, waiting for a message to come in so that, you know, they could just get back to you one time. And I mean, even Sanjeev is helping me with an issue right now. And I can definitely tell you that, you know, they do make this personal. It's not just a matter of, okay, customer 00125 needs this. No, they know you by name and they will assist you with your issue as though it was theirs, because your success, from what I've gathered so far, your success is just as important to them, or probably even more so to them than it is to you. So I could definitely pull up for that. I mean, they've had extra sessions just to go through assignments in more detail for anybody who wasn't understanding, and even help to clarify some things that I didn't even ask. And it really helps to clear up things to help you to go in the path that you need to be. And lastly, I want to talk about my personal challenge being in CTS. So as I would have mentioned before, I work full-time. I do run a business. I am also a parent. And as you can imagine, all three of those things are already full-time jobs. And then to add school to that, I really recognize that from the earlies, time management is a big factor. So if you're a custom lineman and going out and, you know, everything is out there, I would definitely tell you, start from the very earlies, making sure that even if you assign 1 hour a day to your schooling, it really does make a difference, and start from day one. Don't think that, all right, well, I'll just catch up. It really is important, not for the school, but for you, to make sure that you're able to get the most out of it, because as Aaron showed, you have access to everything. So if at a point you feel like things are moving too slow, you actually have the freedom to speed up and go ahead. Or if you feel like this has been a little challenging, you have the opportunity to go back and take time and catch up. The best part is the students actually come together. We have study groups. So any challenges, everybody pulls together to make sure that we help you out. And yeah, I mean, definitely that's my biggest personal challenge. And thankfully, as Mikhail spoke about with the classes being online, a lot of classes I were actually taking while I was on the road. So I couldn't actually see the stuff at the time. So, you know, review the recordings. But I've been on the road, you know, 8, 9 o'clock in the night, and I would be listening and still able to ask my questions, follow up with everything that's going on. So, you know, that's definitely a big benefit. And it actually has been easy to adjust to the tertiary level for me because of the environment. And that's definitely a big plus. So all in all, for me to wrap up here, I just want to say, you know, a big thank you to all of CTS, because they really are going out of their way to help all of us. And I know that if you choose to go on this journey as well, they really will do a lot for you as well. So thank you very much for your time, guys.
Hey, thanks, Charles. Thanks, Mikhail. So as you said, your success is as important or even more important to us than you. So we will try to push you to pull out the best in you that we can. And I'll add in a side note that Mr. Sanjeev also recently stayed up to like 3 or 4 in the morning helping people with assignments for submission the next day. So big up to Sanjeev. So we also do induction and stuff before the semester starts, just to get acquainted with the university and the standards. So you'll be introduced to the course and you have referencing guidelines. So this will be a week before the semester starts. Also, we have cutting edge learning direct from industry and faculty who practice what they teach. So persons who are teaching, like Mr. Ravi, he was a database administrator before, and he actually teaches the database courses. Mr. Karan, he managed a lot of projects, and he's an IT consultant, and he actually teaches the project management side of the course and stuff like that. So coming to assessment, most assessment is really assignments, but there are a few exams and stuff, about for the most 3 or 4 exams in total. But this is the way you'll be accessed, right? So coursework, you have some group work, individual projects, essays, portfolios, presentations, and as well, as I said, exams. You get constant feedback from the lecturer and also us, because I partially program, so I have a fair idea of the deliverables for each assignment. And also Sanjeev is in the program as well, so he's helping out level 4 a lot more than me. So we are here to provide all support and give you feedback on your assignment. And to pass the unit, for each unit is 40%, right? So you have 2 assignments or you have some exams, and once the both assignment or exams add up to 40% overall, you pass the unit. So this is our kind of another bragging page where February this year, which I graduated as well, we had 40 students with first class honors. So this is an honors degree, right? So you get first class, upper second, lower second, or third, right? So 40 students this year passed with 40% first class honors, which means they had an overall average of 70% and more. And we had 2 students with second class honors, and the average is between 60 and 69%. There's also lower second honors, which is students with an overall average of 50 to 59, and third class with overall 40 to 49. So what resources do you need as what's his name? As Charles say, you could access this on the road. He has his phone, he connected his phone and with his data and with being classes. But if you don't have these accessible to you, we also provide at the university here, at the college, CTS College. And we also have like core textbooks and stuff available on the Google Drive. So there's no need for physical books, no need for you to go out and buy any books. For the student, access to Wi-Fi or data and a computer. So this is all the resources you need to do this degree. So where would you graduate? You can graduate 2 places, right? Because you are a student of CTS College and you are a student of University of Bedfordshire. So you can actually go to University of Bedfordshire and graduate in the UK, or you could stay in Trinidad, and we have graduation every December in the Hyatt Hotel. So how do you qualify? So entry requirements to each level. It's a bit different now, but I'm still leaving these here. So at level 4, even though they say K passes and previous tertiary qualifications or IT certifications, we saw persons with just CXC, even without IT as a subject in CXC, was accepted to the program. All right, so don't let these qualifications or entry requirements overwhelm you. You apply and we will make it the best for you to get through. Level 5 now is where you have either work experience 2 years or more, or any IT certification, A+, Net+, any of the previous stuff I mentioned before. And some of the evidence, if you want to show work experience, you need a job letter or your resume as well will work. A copy of your ID or passport and a copy of your certifications from before. Level 6 is the same thing, but this one is more of an advanced diploma. So if you have a diploma in computer software development or computer engineering from UTT or SBCS, a diploma, you can get you to level 6 with at least 4 years work experience, right? So to apply, all you need to do is follow the application form, or we can follow the application form for you. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy and paste a list of stuff in the chat that you can send for us, and we will be happy to do the application for you. So it's a list of a few stuff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 6 or 7 items there really that you can send for us, and we will be willing and happy to facilitate filling out the application form for you. Because I know sometimes you look at the application form and if you feel overwhelmed, we want to get that feeling away from you. So let us feel overwhelmed with your applications so we could get your journey started sooner. So the application process goes like this, right? So you apply. From there, we will take the application and look through it, make sure it's good, make sure nothing is missing, and we send it to the University of Bedfordshire. From there, we get feedback from University of Bedfordshire that you are accepted with a letter of offer. Then you could accept if you would like and sign the letter of offer. And from here is where you start making the payment. So the application process is free. So if once you get feedback and you say, okay, I don't want to start, there's the option to not to start, there's the option to start later, or you want to start in next semester. And after that is where payments are made. So once you make payment and stuff, you start classes and stuff, and we add it to the WhatsApp group. We have WhatsApp group for each level. So we send out Google links for the Drive, Zoom links for classes, reminders of classes. So there's no need to go back in emails and scroll to see when this class is. You have access right there on your phone. So you want to join the class this evening, you send it out today, and you can just click on the link and go. So classes start on the 25th of June. So this is the most important part. How much will it cost? So this is the breakdown for each level. So this is the full cost per level. We have a $500 registration fee per semester. So in level 4, there's 2 semesters. So in level 4, there's $1,000 registration fee. Tuition is $8,000. UOB fees is in pounds, so it's 600 pounds. It's roughly about 6,000 TT, right? But I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by the total cost, right? Because we do have a payment plan. And the payment plan for level 4, it goes like this. So we made up of 2 semesters. Semester 1, at the start of the semester, you pay registration fee, you pay tuition, then you pay university fee. But we understand that the bank sometimes gives trouble for your foreign exchange. So if you could get half and then come back with half in the 3rd month, that's fine with us. We are very flexible, okay? So after the 1st month is where you pay the most amount, and then after every month for the next 3 months, you pay $1,000 alone. So the total for semester 1 is $4,500 for tuition and registration and 300 pounds. And then it repeats the same thing for semester 2. So it's very manageable, okay? The cost for level 5 now is a little extra, a little bit more. Tuition goes up by just $125. And you can see the breakdown right there. So after the first semester, the start of the semester is where you pay the most. Then after for 3 months, you only pay $11.25. Then for level 6, which is supposed to be level 6 up here, same thing, but it's a little bit extra cost for tuition and your university fees. So again, we understand that you can't get the full amount of your university fees, the pounds from the bank. Just let us know, and we'll be glad to, no problem, Tony. We'll be glad to facilitate some extra time, or even, anybody have a question? Seth Sterling, have a question? I see your hand up.
Good day, everybody.
Hi, good day.
Yeah, so my question is, I see on the semester one for level 4, right? I see that after I pay 500 and your first $1,000, I see across it the monthly fee for the UK. They had to pay one time with the 1,500 also.
Well, it's according to how you could get it, right? Because we understand that the bank, like, for instance, we had a student with a month or more to get the pounds, and we told them, well, hey, what, go back and get half or even quarter, and they were able to get it a lot faster. So you could pay it, they could break it down into 4 parts and pay it for the 4 months as well.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
No problem. But this is just ideally what could happen, but we understand that, you know, things happen, right? No problem, Tony. So as you could see with our payment plan, it's very, very manageable, right? And between each level, there's a 4-month break. So you could even talk about trying to spread out the payments even further if you like. But this is where we want to kind of stick with it if you can, but we understand, okay? So we do have a special offer for you guys today. So we offer $1,000. Does it accept? Unfortunately, they don't accept credit card payment as of yet. We are in talks and conversations with them. But for now, we collect the pounds for them and we send it for them to their account over there. Thanks, Jonathan. So we do have a special offer for you guys today, and there are special conditions apply, right? So you must apply by Friday 22nd, which is next week Friday, to CTS College. So by applying, you can either complete the application form or just send us the list. Remember, I send the list of information. Send it to BSc at CTS College before Friday 22nd, and we will fill out the information for you, the application for you, and we will submit it. And also part 2 of it is if you could pay the amount in full for the semester, not for the entire course, not for the entire BSc, but for the semester in full by 11th of June. Any questions with that?
And yeah, I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So with the payment before the 11th of June, right? Do we have to wait till we get accepted, or we have to pay one time?
It will be ideal if we get feedback from university just to ensure that you are accepted. But if things happen and feedback is late, we also will extend it because that's something that you cannot control. All right?
Okay, no problem.
No problem, man. Again, thanks for the question. So when do you start? Classes starts the 25th of June, which gives us about a month and about 2 months. Yeah, a little over 2 months. So this is the part where we all have interactive time, right? Any questions? Any slide you want me to go back on so you can look at?
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
In the event that a person starts either level 4, 5, or 6, right? And they begin the first semester, but for some reason, due to whatever emergency, they're not able to continue on to the second semester, but they completed the first one. How does that play out?
All right, there's something called interruption of studies that you can do for emergencies like that. So with this semester, unfortunately, there was a student, he had a unfortunate death in his family, and he told me he can't cope, he can't continue studies. So we interrupted him. And it lasts pretty maximum time, a year. So it could give you time to recuperate, and then you could come back in the program and start where you stopped.
Okay, so I understand. And one more question.
No problem.
In terms of the level 6, right? The undergraduate project, is it only based on software development?
For this, what we do, yes, is basically around software development. We also tailor it in a way that we offer e-commerce solution for persons, because we do have a lot of support for e-commerce. We do have classes and stuff like that. We found that in the past that students was really excited and they had a lot of ideas, but time to actually get to submit the software or the application, they couldn't because they didn't have the support that they needed. So we actually gave support for e-commerce, and e-commerce with online advanced technology. So you have like gamification, chatbot, and these other things. But overall, it's more of a software-oriented thesis.
So what would be your advice for someone who might not be well-versed basically in terms of software development? They might be stronger in another topic, but not primarily software development.
Well, I'll talk for me, right? Because I started last year, June, and previously I hadn't touched any kind of programming before. And through the classes and stuff that CTS offered me at the time as a student, the lecturer walked through every single page, login page, register page, even go to the back end with MySQL, and it give you every single thing up to credit card payment. So basically at the end, they giving you I could say now we giving you a full solution, a full application that's working. And from there is where you further it to apply newer technologies, chatbot and gamification, and even responsive design. So the application will fit your phone, it'll fit your screen, it'll fit your laptop, it'll fit a bigger screen, those other things. But someone with no programming like myself in the past, I had minimal programming with HTML and CSS and PHP. But through the classes, it really, really helped me out.
Fair enough.
What helped me as well was YouTube videos. I looked at a lot of
Right.
YouTube videos. So I see Sanjeev answering some questions in the chat as well. Yes, Mr. Ramkisoon.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
All right. So I want to ask a couple questions. One of them would be the fees that you would have shown in the slides. It's TT plus the pound, right? Just to clarify that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Also, if you sign up for in time for the special, does that apply for level 4, 5, 6?
Any level, yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, if you were to sign up for, let's say you want to start and you're starting at level 4, would you get that discount for level 4, 5, 6?
Right. So the once you make the payment before the semester starts, each semester you'll get the is really $500 off each semester because it's $1,000 each level. So you'll get that discount at every single semester once you meet the criteria, which is pay before the semester start.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to try and make sure and clarify that the discount will be going on further.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in cases that you can't pay it, we could also go back to the payment plan, and the other semesters where you say, okay, cool, I could pay before the semester, we could apply the discount there. So it's very flexible. All
right. Is that another question as we on payments? Is this gate funded by chance? Unfortunately,
it's not gate funded. The government pulled gate from private institutions in 2017, I believe, because of the fall of oil prices. So it did not only affect us, it affected some others like SPCS and SAMS and these others. But unfortunately, it's not gate funded.
All right. And one more question. Can you explain about the bridging program?
The bridging program.
How does it fit in? How does it fit in before level 4?
Right. So the bridging program was designed for persons who didn't have no IT experience. And as IT as a subject or anything like that, it kind of familiarize you with the fundamental of IT. But if I were to show you level 4 units now, level 4 units have a lot of introduction and a lot of fundamental units as well. So as of the last 3 semesters, we didn't have a bridging program because we don't allow persons to apply to a bridging program, right? We allow persons to apply to level 4. And if the university sees fit that they should start a bridging program because of the qualifications and the lack of experience, they will put them in the bridging program, but they didn't have any bridging program in the last 3 semesters. So I believe the university is more moving forward with only giving the full 3 levels instead of the bridging program. but I've seen persons in the past that didn't have any IT experience, as this guy said before, and Mikhail, and they did really well. Persons in level 4 gotten like 95 in their assignments and stuff. So it's really, really tailored to introduce you to the world of IT. So the bridging program to me is it's fading away.
All right, great. Thanks. Do you have a chance? Do you have the cost of the bridging program, just in case? I want to factor in that into all the costs that I may face.
Let me look for it.
Just in case.
No problem. But the bridging program is 2,000 tuition. So can I change this here? No, I can't. So that's going to bring up on next screen.
Sure.
Oops. So the first one there is the bridging program. So the first one on top here, right? So it's 150 because you're doing 1 unit, and 500. So it's basically half the price of level 4 because it's only 1 unit.
Okay.
All right.
All right. No problem.
Thanks for your question, man.
All right. Thanks for answering all. Yes.
No problem. And guys, we do have an open policy, so like you could come ask us any question. You have any feedback, you can let us know. We are not vexed anything for feedback. We do appreciate it. Chanton. What are recommended tools? Okay, yeah. So say Sanjeev was saying answer any questions. Any other questions? I'm just gonna put up our numbers and stuff so you can take it down as well.
Hi, good day.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi. I just wanted to ask a question. So let's say, for instance, I apply to do the course, and with my certifications and work experience, I am allowed into the level 5 or level 6, right? To get the degree. But let's say perhaps I'm looking at getting the degree within a particular time frame, but I also want to review some of the stuff done in level 4. I know you said with the Google Drive, you have access to everything that was done prior and recorded sessions. But let's say I have a time between certain classes, depending on how the schedule going, and I want to just sit in a level 4 on a particular topic to see something that was covered. Would that be allowed or not?
Definitely allowed. So you could start at level 5 or level 6. And if you want to go back into level 4 and brush up on, could be doing Python programming and these other languages, you can go back and look at 3 classes and brush yourself up, or even learn those stuff. So even like in computer system structure, there is Cisco. Look at here. So we actually downloaded all the Cisco CCNA material from Cisco as well. So all the units are in here. So all the different chapters.
Does that come at an additional cost or no?
No additional cost. So you'll be given a link for the Google Drive, and the link starts right here. So you'll be given a link to BSc IT Shared, and you'll be given all the access into all these folders. No additional cost. You don't need to be at level 6. We wouldn't give you access to level 6 alone. We give you access to everything.
Thank you.
No problem. Usual number of CAPE passes to enter the level 4. Jasmine, I saw persons with 5 or 6 CTS passes, not even CAPE, get you to level 4, right? Again, don't allow thinking about you're not qualified enough to apply. Let us apply. We'll get your application written up and stuff from your sent to university. And we haven't had anyone really being turned down. Only reason why they've been turned down is probably they were too young, like 15 or so. So any more questions?
Yes. Did some courses in NEST a couple years back in IT. If you use those as reference, if you use those in to register for the course or
from NESC, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so there were some students did the diploma in NESC and they got through to level 6, and some of those persons had IT certifications from others. Once it's an IT certification, you could apply with it, and university even as well. If you did something and you didn't finish it, get a chance to finish it, you should include it as well, because the university looks at what you study, not really what you finish. Because remember, you could be 3/4 way in a program and you probably didn't get the diploma or anything or your certification, but you learned a lot in the program. So the university looks at these things as well, right?
Okay. Also, just to make sure, what was the minimum requirement for level 4?
Level 4, minimal requirements I saw that persons got through it was CTS passes. I saw persons with 4 or 5, I think, CSEC passes and got through it level 4, and they didn't have IT as a subject in CSEC.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Again, guys, you can take my number. You can WhatsApp me. You can call me. You can call Sanjeev. Ravi's out of the country right now, but he would love to take your calls and chat as well once he gets back.
Hi, good day. Just a question. In terms of the work experience and such, how exactly would you apply or add any work experience? Say you did a job or like a voluntary job for a few years, but it was IT based. Would you be able to put that in as well?
Yeah, so I'll give you a little insight, right? Last semester, we university asked some persons who we applied for work experience. So we reached out to them, and some persons said they used to do their cousin's hair, like hairdressing and these other things. So we told them, well, we want to put you as a hairdresser, right? Or some person was to do cutting grass and stuff, so we put them as a landscaper, and we included with the application and they were accepted. So any work experience you have, you could either say self-employed, or you could even say you have a little side business, give it a creative name. And even though it's voluntary, like even babysitting, people did babysitting work and stuff like that. And university just want to see that you are out there and you are working. Doesn't really matter what you are doing. Once you are applying yourself and working, they look at that. So yeah, you could actually include that.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Any other questions? I really enjoy any questions. I should have started with the questions.
So I have one more question.
Yes.
In terms of the grading criteria at level 6, right? In a different school, the grading criteria was basically you have to meet a certain amount of passes. For example, if it's out of 10 passes and you achieve 9, you're not getting a certificate or anything, right? How the grading criteria working from this course?
All right, so for each level, you need to pass each unit to move on to your next level, right? Also, if you do happen to fall behind and didn't pass, you'll be given the opportunity to repeat the unit or do a referral assignment, which means you're going to do over the same assignment or something similar, just so that you can pass, right? And that referral part of it is free from university. But if you do happen to even fall behind in the referral as well, you may just have to repeat the unit. But it's just the only thing you'll be paying is the pounds payment for the unit, which is 150, right? But for each unit, at each level, you need to pass all the units, sorry. And once you reach the level 6 now, you need to pass all the units in all the levels as well. So there's only 6 units really. No, wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 12 units, sorry, in the whole program. And each level, each semester, you're only doing 2 units, right? So in all, what's that?
Right, so I understand what you're saying there, right? But what I'm trying to say is like in terms of upgrading percentage, is there a certain mark we have to reach, or is it that we must reach 100% in every specific unit in every level to
No.
achieve?
The pass mark for each unit is 40%, right? Once you score over 40%, you pass the unit and you'll be able, and once you pass all 4 units, you're able to move on to the next level. So if from level 5 or level to level 6, all your pass mark is about 60, I mean your percentage is about 60 or if in the 50s, you'll be able to pass. And if you continue that in level 6 as well, you even able to pass, but you'll get a lower second degree. It's still a degree, but just have a lower second class degree.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. So the pass mark in this program is 40%. Yes, Seth Sterling.
I have one quick question again. In order to graduate with an honor, what's the pass mark you need for every course?
Once you score 40 or more, you graduate with the honors.
What is the highest you could graduate as?
So the highest is 70. We'll go back to the slide, somewhere behind me. So it's 70 or more. Look at here. So you have 4 classes of honors, right? You have first class, which you have an overall average of 70% or more. And the average is really, if it starts in level 6, is the undergraduate, and the other 2 highest marks. And level 5 is the same thing as level 6 plus the highest in level 3 highest in level 5. Once all those add up and average to over 70%, you get a first class honors. And from the same calculations, if you get from 60 to 69, you get upper seconds. From 50 to 59, you get a lower second. And between 40 and 49, you get third class honors. So as you could see, you could get a degree with honors, but according to how you do or your overall average, you can get either of these classes.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. So I just had a question in the chat. So this is how you can contact us. You can email us, you can add our numbers, call us, WhatsApp us. Ravi is out of the country right now, but he'll be back, I believe, Monday evening or so. So you can start calling him on Tuesday if you like. Or you can contact either myself or Sanjeev. Any more questions? Or Sanjeev just put up in the chat as well. So guys, if you don't have any more questions, I really did enjoy today. Look forward to meeting you guys and getting to know you and helping you guys on your journey. It's a wonderful journey and it's really self-fulfilling. So I'm looking forward to helping you and assisting you get on this journey. All right. So guys, you have a great day. Have a safe weekend. Thank you very much. Yeah, Sanjeev will be calling me and Sanjeev will be calling everybody. So look out for our calls. Take care, guys. I will just stay back for a bit, right? Just end the recording.